even to this day, people really question. It's like, are you actually from Trenton? Like, there's no way that you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And you went to Princeton and you were in all these spaces.
Absolutely. So tell me this. You have very impressive academic resume, right? BA from Howard, JD from Howard, MPP from Princeton, right?
And some good student loans
And
to
some
back
good,
it up.
show you're right, brother. So, I mean, have you ever found that there's a bit of a disconnect? Because sometimes, and I can say this, you know, I got my master's in 2016, and it's a master's in a topic that, for the most part, I find that a lot of people in our community don't really much care about, right? International relations, geopolitics, that kind of thing. And so sometimes in conversations, there can be a little bit of a disconnect. Can you talk to me about if there has been a little bit of a disconnect, given your extensive education and speaking with people that, frankly, they want the best. What you have, they want for their children, but they may not have been able to get that. And they just are trying to get by, earn enough to send their kids to a good school. Has there ever been a disconnect when you're interacting with them? And if so, how have you bridged that gap?
So to bridge that gap, I think the first issue is being able to expose kids to what can be. Right? A lot of times, the ones who are able to make it out of Trenton, right, they leave and they never come back because they don't see anything that's for them here. Right? For me, that's why it was important to come back to Trenton. Right? Even to this day, people really question. It's like, are you actually from Trenton? Like, there's no way that you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And you went to Princeton and you were in all these spaces.
Absolutely.
Are you sure you're from Rough Ave? And I have to make it real for them. I'm just like, yes, I will show you where I grew up.
Yeah.
Right. I will show you where I live today. I'm from here. I'm not sure if you watch the show Insecure, right, with Issa Rae. She was a social worker, worked for a nonprofit, and one of the biggest successes at that job was taking kids from Compton to the beach. Because whatever drive it was, maybe an hour or so, right, it essentially was saying, yeah, you live on Earth, but yeah, you can travel to Mars whenever you want.
Exposure.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what we find here in Trenton, right? Kids often don't even leave their own neighborhoods, right? If you're from South Trenton, it is very unlikely that you're going to go to North Trenton. You might go to East Trenton, but definitely not West Trenton. Seeing all these houses and these spaces, different world to you.
Yeah.
And much less asking kids to go to Robbinsville, asking them to go to Lawrence, asking them to go to Princeton. Route 1 shouldn't be, all right, essentially hopping on SpaceX, right, to go to a different country. Yeah. What we tried to do recently is expand the Princeton University prep program, right, that connects students from Trenton to Princeton University to be able to get that education, right, to get college credits, right, so they can start off easy. But most importantly, it exposes them to these spaces. We've worked with Princeton University also to expand our arts program. There's a lot of great artists from Trenton who are able to get residency in Princeton for like a year or two, right? Be able to be in these spaces and take what they learn in art, you know, history and majors and X, Y, and Z, and keep doing the work specifically here in Trenton. And we're also in the process right now of trying to open up a satellite campus, a Princeton satellite campus right downtown here in Trenton.